Hello, and my name is Joe. I am a former British Council teacher trainer, IELTS examiner, and for many years I used to work very closely with the British Council's exams team, the people who directly make the exam. So all of this gives me a really good knowledge of the exam and how best to help students. So last year, 85% of my package students achieved bands 7 to 9 first time in the exam, and 90% of my package students achieve 1/2 band higher, so from 6.5 to 7 or from 7.5 to 8. I have designed a course to help you for the exam that has loads of really useful resources, including hours of video content and previous exam questions, vocabulary lists, that kind of thing. Each class, I give you very precise written feedback, which really speeds up the learning process and helps you improve for the exam much quicker than in other ways. But don't just take my word for it. Check out these videos from my students telling you about how I help them prepare for the exam.
Joe helped me score a band 8.5 in the IELTS general exam. He gave me tons of tips on how to tackle the exam, especially for writing and speaking. Thanks to that, I felt very confident and I got amazing results. He created a Google Doc with a schedule to cover each section of the exam. For example, for speaking, we cover different topics, and I was actually asked one of those topics during the exam. For writing, he helped me structure my essays and my letters. I would highly recommend Joe's classes if you plan to take the IELTS. You won't regret it.
Joe is such a fantastic teacher. Everything he explains makes sense and easy to understand, although the content is rather advanced. He made me realize my strengths and weaknesses as an English learner and as an English teacher, because I also teach English in Thailand myself. He is informative, methodical, professional, and inspirational.
Hi, I'm Jessie and I'm from China. I'd like to talk about two things that will really help me with my IELTS speaking exam. The first thing is vocabulary. In each class, we would have a little brainstorming to come up with some good vocabulary, uncommon words, phrases, collocation about the related topic to the IELTS exam, and I use those words a lot in the real exam context. And the second thing is structure. Actually, it's quite important in the whole speaking exam. And I used the structure that Joe gave me in the part 2, and it's quite good because I use that structure to do cam control, to fill in good words, and it's perfectly suitable to all the questions in part 2. In part 3, he also offered me some introductory phrases and the format that how I answer to the examiner's questions. Those structure offer me some time to think about how should I respond to those questions, which is amazing. I guess that's the reason why I got 7.5 in the speaking, because I really did a good job in part 3. So that's all. Thanks to Joy and his structure and vocabulary.
Hi, I'm Janice. And only after a few courses with Joe, I have known more about IELTS examining skills. In the past, I could communicate in English well, but I still failed my IELTS test. I believe that's because IELTS is not only about the language itself, but also to test your academic level. And Joe helped me with the structures, vocabulary, and a lot of things which is more than English. So I'm really appreciated that I can meet a teacher like Joe.